video. Now, I know it's been a rough couple of days and this is a lot of information to take in, but there is one thing Joe Biden did that calls for celebration. He rejoined the World Health Organization, who quickly and quietly updated their guidance for COVID testing. In this update, they claimed that PCR tests used at high amplification cycles are virtually meaningless, and that moving forward, COVID diagnoses should only be made in combination with a second confirmatory test and clinical presentation of symptoms. That means there's a very high probability that the asymptomatic cases they used to justify lockdowns for a year weren't even contagious. Scientists knew this. Doctors knew this. The experts that claim to provide us with truth and peer-reviewed research knew this. And they stared you in the face and lied about it anyway. If you still believe these people are being honest with you, answer me this. If they knew these tests had a high likelihood of producing false positives, why not require the second confirmatory test and observation of symptoms in the first place? Remember, the original goal for this lockdown was to slow the spread as to not overwhelm hospitals. It was never to keep every human being safe from viral infection. So why not be honest about the fact that hospitals are no busier than normal? Why not be honest about lumping deaths with COVID together with deaths from COVID?
There are other countries that if you had a pre-existing condition, and let's say the virus caused you to go to the ICU and then have a heart or kidney problem, some countries are recording that as a heart issue or a kidney issue and not a COVID-19 death. Right now, we're still recording it, and the great thing about having forms that come in and a form that has the ability to mark it as COVID-19 infection, the intent is right now that if someone dies with COVID-19, we are counting that.
How many of these deaths of people who had 2 or more underlying conditions had a false positive due to this faulty diagnostic tool? We are not dealing with a pandemic. We are dealing with a virus no different than the thousands of viruses we have dealt with throughout our lives. The only difference is that now, death has shifted from an unfortunate fact of life to a preventable tragedy that can only be stopped by forfeiting every last one of our God-given rights. So why is any of this a good thing? Well, because overnight our trusted experts became despicable liars. And liars create truth seekers.